Put it in it. Yeah. Hi, Fierce Swag. What's up? This is what we do. This is welcome to the People's Mic. I'm Jimmy Peoples. Hi, live me. This is live me. All right. So this is where you can see who's listening, who's watching. All right. So it's a new app that comes from China in London, and
where my Chinese is at? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's YouTube. Nobody watching this except Barack Obama.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He counts for a lot of people.
Yeah. He's like 100,000 people.
Yeah.
You don't 100 million?
Yeah.
100 million?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Barack Obama was definitely at least 100 million Chinese people.
My goal is to get this so big that he just walks in the door one day. He's like, Jimmy, I was passing by, and I'm wanting you shout me out.
Yeah.
So,
Can you throw me?
Is that not a dream? And he does time does.
We tried to book him for our show at Laugh Factory in Chicago.
Like a real.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
What he said.
They had nothing.
All right, and grab this camera and spin it when you talk, if you want to grab it.
Okay.
Because I don't have a spinner. I'll upgrade soon. All right, so this is shabby. It's shabby, people.
Hey.
But you know what? I don't give a shit.
Dude, hey, it's cool. This is, I think, the most heavily produced podcast in the city.
More produced than mine.
Don't play my emotions. There we go. All right. And hi, and you can shout people out. That's why I like this. Like, it's like, hey, introduce yourself.
Yeah. What's going
What's up,
on?
I'm Beteet.
Yo, go, Billy, go left.
Hey, Billy Procida from the Man Whore Podcast.
Yeah.
I've never been to China. I'm so sorry.
It's China and London. So this is
China,
live.
London's fantastic.
Hey, real quick, drop where you're from. Are you good at cooking?
No.
See, they ask questions. I like that.
Not all good.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Bill Beteet. I run a podcast called The Lazy Philosopher, and yeah.
Who has a sexier? Your feet is short. You got to.
The text on my shirt is sexier, but his shirt itself is sexier.
Bill has the confidence to wear. Is that a V?
It's called a scoop neck.
A scoop neck.
Yes.
You all
I've got it for a scoop in like my shirts. Like I'll be cutting them myself. Be doing like tailor shit.
Do girls comment when you talk to them in the street?
What do you mean?
About your
Look, well, this is the thing is I get a lot of compliments from dudes, and the girls just think I'm hot. So like, or they'll try to roast me to see if I'm confident enough to rock the outfit. Because like, if you look like a real douchebag and they roast you and you get in your feelings, then you're not confident enough to wear it.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah. I like how Jimmy was trying to call you hot without saying hot.
Yeah.
Because he was so
style.
to call another
He
man
has a
attractive.
confident style. like when I see like a straight confident dude, I respect his style. Like I respect fashion. Me, I'm a t-shirt and jeans guy.
But you work out enough to just be a t-shirt.
That's it. That's all I work out. I want a t-shirt and jeans. All I'm missing is my dog and my motorcycle. That's it. That's all I want.
But don't even do the motorcycle.
I need a bike. I need a rumble.
He really needs to enhance his sense of masculinity.
Yeah, dude, you're already
That's how
I need
he needs a fucking motorcycle.
I need the tumbler from Batman. That's what I want. I need a big head, just a slow. That's it.
Nah, man.
I would complete this.
But then you'll fall off, and then you'll be.
I'll never fall off. I've learned. I know how to ride and drive.
Said everybody before they fell off their motorcycle.
And then you get up, and girls love that shit. You get up talking,
And you wipe your skin off your face.
Yeah, you're all great. Like, yeah. No face. Good job.
Yo, what's going on in your life? What are you working on?
I'm just coming down. I don't know. I had a cool.
The spinner working.
Oh yeah, the spinning table.
Yeah. No, they sound like spinners.
Yeah.
Whoever's
So I'm saying you get a swivel table.
So where I can program to the voice and it'll spin it. Go zip.
Well, the hearts were going up for the spin.
The heights.
They were all about
If
spinning.
they like it, it'll spin up.
Yeah, I had a crazy weekend. Had a sex party. Had a couple of dates last week that were good. So just like a usual for
I
me.
knew that guy. I was like, sex party. What?
Yeah, like, what kind of sex party?
A party where they have sex.
Yeah, but like,
What
was the ratio? Like,
well, it's like a very like queer like party. So like the ratio is not really a factor.
Okay,
because, they've got all the genders, all the orientations, all the what. Like I'm the minority for being what I am.
Okay.
There. But like the theme was back to school, so I wore my blazer. Yeah, there's always a theme. I think it's dumb. because I think let's get naked and fuck each other is a great theme. I don't think Billy needs to buy a hat.
Yeah.
So I wore my blazer, my boarding school blazer to the thing.
Dope.
So I just wore like cute pair of undies and then like my blazer and a tie.
I think-
And I wore a backpack with a bunch of like slutty buttons on them. So I was back in school.
I think the theme is for the women mainly, like because it allows them to play into like no, not at all.
No, because
So
you're a dude,
does
you
everybody
show
dress
up.
up?
Not everyone does, but you will get talked to more and get like. You want to look like you made an attempt.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like a dude, especially if you're a straight guy at this particular party. If you just want to show up dressed like whatever, just show up in some underwear, like, all right, fine, but like you're gonna get more conversation with people, which usually leads to more sexual activity.
Yeah.
When it looks like you made an effort. If you look like you're lazy with the outfit, there's almost like this subconscious connection where it's like, well, he's probably like low key lazy, like when we're fucking
You
too.
judge.
Yeah, I think if it shows like you're a dude that have fun.
So you come in, you mingle, and then you fuck.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I
Or
feel like you would kill.
yeah, you can also go show up, mingle, and not fuck. Like it really is a party where, like, if you're not fucking with anyone, like you can still have a good time, which is important for me.
Yeah.
That's like the vibe I go for. If it's just a full-on like show up, and if your dick's not hard and you're not doing this, well then you're a failure.
Mm-hmm.
I want a place where like I can be sexual if I want to be sexual, and I can chill if I want to chill.
Exactly. Like you don't feel all this like weird like pressure or whatever
Exactly.
like that, where it's like, oh, am I fucking enough? Like blah blah blah, like everything like that. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you nailed it.
Yeah.
Because there are parties like that, and I think the party I go to, I've been going to it for a few years. It's kind of like that. It's a good vibe.
How did you find out about this? Was it like in a poly like circle or whatever? Like
They are part of that world, but I found out about it because I started going to Craigslist bukkakis like 4 or 5 years. 5-6 years ago, I started going to this. I entered an ad for bukkake, as one does.
Different level.
It's
different.
Yeah.
If any of Japan is watching, you're very familiar with the concept.
Yeah.
I entered an ad on Craigslist for bukkake, went well. The guy liked me. I was the youngest one there. The guy who's organizing it, I should say. And
How was the girl?
the girl's great.
Yeah.
She was fantastic. She was fun. Yeah, sucked a good dick. You know,
Where were you in the line?
it was. I think the first one I went to was a little bit more of like a
Communal?
circular, more
Yeah.
of a communal.
Yeah.
You know, you ever been to a buffet?
Yeah.
So he kept inviting me back because he ran this thing called the Bukkake Social. And then he would invite me back, and he would charge other people, but he would never charge me because he knew I was a broke comedian. He's a storyteller, so he's like, "Oh, there's this the young gun. I'll take him under my wing." And
He's trying to get booked.
I think more he was trying to get me to let him, suck my dick, and I was like, "No, thank you," but anyways, it's fine. You just say no. It's okay. It doesn't harm your sense of self. And then he just kept inviting me, and then he one day had a birthday party that was hosted through this sex party community. He invited me to that, and then that got me on their email list, and then that's how I started.
Okay, that's just
And then it's weird when you show up as a dude to a group sex event, and you're not a shithead, you don't rape nobody. People tend to invite you back.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Behave yourself. Yeah. Don't act entitled. Try the outfit and be friendly.
Okay, that sounds cool, man. Like, I was just making a checklist of stuff to do in my head. Like, okay, first get on Craigslist. Second step, be cracky, be cool. Mention I'm a comic.
I mean, also looking the way you do will help.
Yeah.
Like my body type is orgy alternate. Like I feel like I have to rely.
That's a body type.
I think that's my body type.
That's a funny tag.
It's a bit. We're just doing bits every day.
Yeah.
But like you look like the guy people imagine at a sex party, but like sometimes you show up and there's a couple of dudes who look like me.
Well, so like I had a lot of my friends go on that what's that website?
FetLife.
And so they've been to a couple of orgies, but it's usually like 20 black dudes and like 2 fat white chicks, like off of that thing. And like
Maybe for some people that's what they like.
What happens when you see the girl in public? Like, if you see her just walking down the street in a supermarket, and you're like, oh, that's...
oh, cocky.
Because sometimes they don't have their names like in the list, so to speak. So some of them, for the bukkake ones, like at the sex parties, they usually get a name or whatever name they're using that day. But like at the Bukakis, I didn't get a name, so it would just be like Black Bukaki Chick or like fucking I don't know what was it? Hotel Quickie. It's like weird nicknames. I don't know what to call them. But I've seen a couple people
strip clubs and do things with girls, and then like in Philly,
you see strippers in
you would see them in the street, like in a mall, just with the kids and family, be like, oh, that's the.
Jimmy's like, sex workers are people too.
That's weird. You're not supposed to be out during the day.
You exist?
Yeah. Like rats. If you're out in the pub in the daylight, there's something wrong.
I've seen some people from like play parties out in public before. One time I saw this couple that I met at a sex party, and then I saw them at a body painting day that I was at. And we were all naked in public getting body painted. So that was a little more comforting because it's more like, we've already, this is more the speed we see each other. But I've never seen anyone like I definitely saw at fuck parties, just like on the train. I've seen people from like the community, but those are people more I know.
Yeah.
Not like just someone who like the chick, like last month, I participated in my first triple penetration, right? I don't usually see like that random chick just out and about.
Yeah, she shouldn't be out and about.
But she should. No. What do you want to do?
No.
What? Why?
I don't know.
Then why do you get to be a person?
Because I shouldn't. I try to get. I try to hide.
He was like, I'm in my apartment, the gym, or
that's it. That's it. Girls want to do weird shit. I was like, no, we don't do that. Like I was at a bar the other night. I don't go to a bar. I don't drink. Yeah. There's like no reason for me to be at a bar. It was so awkward. Like and just kicking my feet up with like all these old millennials. And I'm like, I don't do this. Like I felt like such a fraud. I don't know why.
Well, just do you. If you just do the stuff that you do anywhere, it doesn't matter where you're at.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. Have you ever seen have you ever brought a partner to one of the parties?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I've gone to the party solo. I go with like random dates. Like Saturday, like it was like my second date with a woman from Field. It's just like a sex dating hookup app. And then I've also when I had girlfriends, I would go with them. I met not my most recent ex, but the ex before that. I met her at a sex party. Like she just approached me and she was like, "Hi, you look like someone I know." And then we started talking and went out and we went on a date and then we dated for almost 2 years.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. So
see, I was like poly for a bit, and one of my girlfriends, because we were talking about pulling threesomes, and then she was like, "Would you be willing to ever do a foursome?" And like I would be willing, like for my context, I would be willing to do like a foursome with girls I didn't like know or like love, but like there was like I don't know, like I felt like there would be more friction with whenever I care about you in that way. If that makes sense. Like for me, it's like I don't have problems with jealousy until I do, and then that's like. And so I was wondering, when you were dating that girl for 2 years, did you guys continue to go to sex parties, and was it like? Did you watch her hook up with other dudes, or yeah? How did you deal with those feelings or emotions?
Well, I think one of the common misconceptions about poly people and non-monogamous people is people think we don't get jealous. Like we get jealous, but we do this weird thing where we talk about it, and we discuss it because. And Julie's like, what, talk about emotions? Having emotions? What the fuck is that about? We don't have room for emotions on my chopper.
He's got what, 10? Just plowing her out, and you're like, we gotta talk about this after.
I mean, like, we wouldn't say that. You handle it depending on what the situation is, but like, you have to remember that jealousy is that's a me emotion. That's on me. That's not their problem necessarily. That's not something they did to me. That is my reaction to something. And jealousy, I think, like anger, is a secondary emotion. So it's not like, oh, I'm jealous. It's like, it's like, why am I jealous? Just like when you're angry, like, why are you angry? Are you insecure? Are you hurt? Is it, whatever. So jealousy, like, is that like, okay, am I feeling unattractive? Am I having a beef with my partner, and then it's manifesting through my jealousy with this?
There's some things I want to see, and there's some things I don't.
Exactly. So part of it was like we're open, right? And I have no problem hearing about the things, but like I thought we have we had very open communication, but like part of the issue was like seeing that and then doing kind of like the emotional work. I just didn't want to do. I just didn't in the cost to weight ratio. I don't think like me having sex with another girl in this like kind of situation was worth the emotional kind of labor in order to like make it through that. Yeah,
and that's fine. It's not, like that stuff's not for everybody. And like you always, I'm a big fan of like a relationship should be whatever 2 or 3 or 4 or 12 people want that one relationship to be. You should get to make your own rules. Like you shouldn't fall into monogamy by default.
Yeah.
So likewise, like if you're going to do something non-monogamous, like you need to be able to handle the emotional labor, the communication, or you have to set your own rules. So some couples or whatever groups do fucking free-for-all. Some of them are like, we only do this. Or, for you, maybe it sounds like, okay, well, I don't want to see you with other partners, and then that's fine.
Yeah.
But then, you have to do that own cost-benefit analysis. Like, how, is it worth fucking other women to do this?
Exactly.
And that's got to be totally on you.
Yeah, and like sometimes I've noticed this in just like kind of like the poly community and everything like that is people feel like they have to fulfill their identity of being poly even after it makes no sense. Like there was a period where like I had 2 girlfriends and everything was going good, but like basically I had to come to the realization it's like, do I really want to be with both of them? Because it's getting to a point where like there's like friction and stuff like that, and am I doing this to sustain like? Basically, am I committed to being poly or am I committed to enjoying the most out of my life? And that doesn't mean I'm like just because I can be poly doesn't mean I can't go back to being monogamous.
Sure,
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think some people like once they become poly,
it's
they
about
think
looking
that's
for that.
it. Like,
is it about looking for that person, or is it about the chase?
So at that time, it's just like it just made sense. I think your relationship just like makes sense through a cost-benefit analysis that you're doing in your brain, and the less it makes sense, the more kind of friction and the resentment that you have. And so at that time, it just made more sense. And I just like being open, but like as one of the situations was moving closer and closer to being monogamous, I would have sex with other people and I feel sad, like or more lonely, or I felt myself having to drink to fuck other people, and I'm like, okay, well this is kind of emotionally exhausting in a way that it doesn't have to be, and I think it's just to fulfill my ego rather than to basically as something I actually want to do.
Or I can fuck other people, so I should go fuck other people, as opposed to like you could fuck other people and then not.
Exactly.
Which I think is more important for me.
Yeah, it's just having that door open or whatever, and then being able to like talk about it or whatever, and also just understanding like context just changes too. Like,
is that being poly? Does that mean that you're just sexually active with other people?
No,
or is that
that's
you're emotionally attached?
I've had open relationships for a very long time, but like when I considered myself poly was whenever I had 2 girlfriends, both of them knew about each other, and there was a dialogue between both of them and me.
And everybody's okay.
Yeah,
multiple romantic relationships.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that's where you go from just non-monogamous to poly, is when it starts being about understanding like your multiple romantic connections. I was trying to figure out a way that was less corny to say.
Because I know I was poly, but they didn't know.
That's what we
That was
call
the problem.
unethically. We call that unethically non-monogamous. Like you and my father, just lots of
yeah. Like, but it's because your parents are married, right?
Yeah.
So you have a concept of marriage, right? And you want that one day, right? I have no concept of it, Like I have no interest in being married. I have no interest of doing the courtship. And like it doesn't exist, because my parents weren't married. I have no, and
no model.
No model.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's why I feel like I need, and I enjoy just different people.
It's funny to me that you're like I was poly and I don't now, because I'm like, dude, you look peak poly.
Yeah, right. Like this is very
full haircut, all of this, all the accessories. I'm just like, are you like going to Burning Man tomorrow?
But it's just kind of weird, and then like there was like kind of like a breach of trust in it, where like one of my girlfriends was calling my other girlfriend to tell her stuff that like she already knew the dynamics of the other thing, and she told her a bunch of stuff that she wasn't supposed to tell her, and it was just kind of, to me, that was just like, I kind of, in a sense, kind of felt like Icarus flying too close to the sun, like in a sense, like it was just like everything was really good and everything like that, and then it just kind of started to fall apart and actually really harmed my other.
What was the point where it started falling apart? What happened?
So basically, I didn't make that girlfriend feel special enough, and I kind of was haphazard with it, and she went after we had spent like a week together. She had weird feelings about the week she had spent, but rather than talking to just me about it or like whatever, she goes and she vents to my other girlfriend in a way that, you know, she's an ethical poly, so she definitely knows that she crossed some boundaries with that, and then that put a lot of stress on my other relationship, and now we're going through a weird time because of that.
Well, did y'all discuss whether like the Metamors could be talking to each other about their respective relationships with you? Like, was that something y'all had discussed instead? Because like I would say if not, then I don't know that, depending on what specifically was shared,
yeah,
it might be that like maybe it wasn't definitely across.
It wasn't definitely across, and you're definitely right that there was a sense of, there was ambiguity there that probably needed to be clarified, but here's the thing, is there was enough, so like, you know, sometimes when someone's like, you know, Jimmy under his rules for Mike doesn't say like, don't kick over some shit, right? Like with the context and what everybody knew in that, it's pretty obvious that wasn't okay, and it was just kind of, it just kind of put me in a really weird situation about it. Yeah.
And I would have wanted to, like, you know, after some time, like, shore up, be like, hey, so this whole thing happened, and that made me uncomfortable, so I'd rather either, like, you two not discuss your respective relationships with me, or, like, hey, like, or saying, like, hey, I'm going to tell you this thing, but do you not tell Rebecca about that?
Yeah. Well, what I eventually came to is just this, is, like, because it put my other relationship in kind of a weird place, I was just kind of like, it made, and also, like, there was just kind of stuff. It just became obvious to me that like I just didn't have time to sustain this other relationship anymore. And and like this is kind of weird that this is all like on live because
I mean, like, are your girlfriend's and ex-girlfriend, you know, in China? Because
in London, it's coming to America.
China, London, then you might be safe.
Yeah. Or one of the 33 people watching.
but
we got viewers.
Yes. Yeah, and so all in all, I just think it was good, and it was a really great understanding for me and everything like that. Because one of the things I also learned was the more the intense the relationship, the more immature the emotions around it. So like, kind of like, it's really easy to do like what's rational or what keep with rules or whatever, or not feel weird about rules whenever you're not really emotionally invested. But as you get more emotionally invested, I feel like younger versions of yourself come up, and you feel more conflicted emotions about the things that happen in the relationship. And that was something that I hadn't factored in, because I was just like, I'm fucking non-monogamous, I don't give a fuck about anybody for like 5 years. And then some of the stuff where I thought I'd already made it through this, I'm like, oh no, it's not that you made it through this, it's that you didn't care about anybody for 5 years.
Hey, remember when this all started with just, you know, fucking and orgies?
Yeah. See how people shows? Where can they, we gotta wrap this up. That was dope. We got through it quick.
Yeah, dude.
That went quick.
That was great.
I want to have you guys back. You guys are some of the smartest dudes I know. He's like a smart version of me from a different dimension. He looks like me, but he's like a smarter.
I don't know about that. They definitely 600 pounds. So.
Yo, man. Where can they find you online?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @TheBillyProcida, and I do a show where I talk to women I've hooked up with about sex, dating, and why we didn't work out on the Man Whore podcast.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm Bill Beteet on Twitter, BETWEET, and then Bill Beteet on Instagram, and then check out my podcast, The Lazy Philosopher, and then The Lazy Philosopher on YouTube.
Real quick, answer one of those questions.
What's my favorite? Hidaiku Ryuga, how's it going? It's going dope as fuck. And Miman 5000, my favorite song is what's Bobby Shmurda's song? Hot Nigga. Yeah.
I don't know if you can say that, so...
No, in China, they say nigga. It means the.
Oh,
yeah.
technicality!
Answer one of those questions real quick. Say the name of the person.
Yeah, the person. Am I good at sinister? Asked if I'm good at cooking, and no, I am a bodega boy through and through. I can't do shit. It's not funny. I have nothing funny there. I can't cook.
You can't cook.
And he already took the what's your favorite song. After hearing how it went with you, I am nervous to my favorite song. I don't know which words in the title I can say.
None. Don't say any.
I don't listen to music anymore. That's what it's happening.
Do you play music during sex?
Huh?
Is there music? Oh, this
Yeah, I play Spotify. I have a friend, and I follow.
Like white guys don't play music during sex.
No, I follow my friend Anna's Spotify, and I play one of her playlists because she's better at that than me. When I have women over the phone.
Okay, I'll take that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. This live meeting is YouTube. Give it up for yourself. Give it up for them one time.